So we're going to try to simplify this fraction, this algebraic fraction here. Let's move this up here. So first thing we notice is that we're dividing it by 6, and we're also dividing it by c. So we can cancel out the c's, so we can just reduce that power to 5, that to 3, and cross out that. Okay, happy with that one? Happy with that stage? So now we can just rewrite it as 3c to the power of 5 minus 15c to the power of 3 all over 6. Now I could rewrite this as 3. If I wanted to, I could write it as 3. It depends how it makes it easier for you to visualize. I could rewrite it as that if I like, and 15c3 over 6. This could be an unnecessary step, really, but it all depends on whether or not it's easier to visualize it like this. So from this point now we can see that we want to keep the bottom number the same, either if we look at the top or the bottom equation. So we can see that the 3, the 6, and the 15 all have a common factor of 3. So when I divide all of these numbers by 3, it's essentially what I'm doing is multiplying it by 1/3 over 1/3. That's kind of what I'm doing, and that's the same as multiplying it by 1, and so I'm perfectly allowed to do that. So 3 multiplied by a third is 1. 6 multiplied by a third or divided by 2 is 2. 15 divided by 3 is 5. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. Or if I'd look at it from the top one, do exactly the same. So that's just 3 divided by that is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And 15 divided by 3 is 5. Okay? So that and that is actually as simple as it gets. And you don't need to write this, of course. This is just we're sort of doing it in our head, really. And eventually these kind of things become second nature. But this is as simple as it gets. Because you can't group the c to the power 5 and the c to the power 3 because they're different powers, so you can't group them. If it was c to the power 5 or 5c to the power 5 or whatever it might be, but if it was a bunch of c's to the power 5 and then all that divided by c to the power 3, we can simplify that. That would go to, and we sort of did that earlier on, that would go to c to the power 2. But if we're taking them away, there's nothing we can do any further. That's as simple as it gets. That's why quadratics stay as quadratics. When I do that, we've got 2 different powers of x, plus 5 maybe. So these are all not like terms. So that's as simple as it gets. That equation can't be simplified. In the same way, this equation can't be simplified unless these numbers were able to be divided by 2, when they can't. So that's as simple as it gets. Okay? So let me just stop that.